everybody, welcome back to the channel. How's everyone doing today? Today I'm doing okay. Thank you so much for asking. Today I just wanted to come on and do a quick video using some Shrinky Dink paper. So I wanted to make my own Croc charms, and I also got the idea to make my own bangle charms as well using Shrinky Dink paper and using my air fryer. So that is what we're going to be doing today. Let me go ahead and show you the paper that I'm going to be using. I did get this paper off of Amazon. With this paper, you get 12 sheets. You get 6 frosted and 6 white coated sheets. I have examples of both today. Let me just show you a couple of the charms that I've already done. So I did do some super bubble, if you can see that. So this is the transparent paper, okay, and this is the white paper super bubble. Okay, who remembers super bubble? Yep, I'm that old to remember super bubble. We do know that this works, so it does work, guys. I also did a couple more. I did one that's for all that. Who remembers all that? This is on the white paper. I did a roller skate on the white paper. I do have another one here that I did. This says hip hop on the white paper. And let me show you the bangle charms that I did. So this is the bangle charms. This one here says now and later. I thought was really cute. This roller skate is on the transparent paper. And this one says hip hop. Okay, if you can see that. So what I did was I went onto Google and I just Googled free 90s inspired images with a transparent background. And this is what I came up with. So I have a couple pieces here. I also have a TLC one that I might do. Not sure how many I'm going to do on camera, but we'll do a couple. I did have my air fryer preheating, so I'm going to preheat it some more just to heat it up. I have it set on 400 degrees. And I'm going to put these in here for probably about a minute, and I'm going to check them ever so often. Normally people use an air fryer or a convection oven to do these in, but because I'm in my craft room, I don't have an oven down here, and I use my air fryer for most of my crafts. So I just wanted to see if I can do it. So clearly it can be done. It just takes a little bit more finessing. So I can only really do, I did do 2 at one time, the initial time that I did this, but I did try to do it again, and the Shrinky Dinks kind of stuck together. So I'm only going to do one because I have the time to do one. You know, I'm only making them for me just as an experiment. So I have the time to sit here and do one at a time. Doesn't take long, a minute or less. And the other supplies that you're going to need, well, that I used, was some UV resin. This is one that I got off of Amazon. I'll link it in the description box below. I like this one from Temu. It's actually a really good UV resin. So I think I'm going to use this one. This one has a curing time of about 2 minutes. The other one has a curing time of 4 minutes. And if you want to make these into croc charms, obviously you're going to need the gibbet backs. So I have some of those here. Okay. If you want to make them into charms, you want to have something to put a hole into your charms. So I did, once I was able to take them off the air fryer, I pre-drilled my hole using a hand drill. Okay, I think I got this off of Amazon. Either Amazon or Hobby Lobby. I think it was Amazon. So basically this is a Tamagotchi one that I did. So basically what you do before you apply your UV resin is you place it wherever you want your hole, and you just turn it until it pops through the other side. Okay, and also you're probably going to need it too once you do your resin if the resin gets stuck in the hole. All right, I think that's all. Also too, you're going to want something heavy. I only have a alcohol container, so once you take the Shrinky Dink out of the air fryer, you want something hard to press down on it to flatten it out, because they do harden very fast. So you want to make sure that you have something readily available for that. And I also have like a silicone stick as well, so that I can spread my UV resin onto my Shrinky Dink charm. Okay, I think that's really all the supplies we need. So let's go ahead and get one in this air fryer. Let's see which one I want to do, because if this messes up, because I did mess up one, guys. Look, I tried to do a Tom and Jerry one. I left it in there too long. I didn't check it, and it curled up on me. I'm so sad, because this was really cute. So sad, but nonetheless, I can reprint it, so I'll do that. I am actually going to reprint it because it was really cute. So let's go ahead and get one of these in our air fryer. I'm actually going to put this fresh one in here. Okay, so I'm going to put this one in here first. So let me get this in. I'm just sticking it in my air fryer, just throwing it in there. All right, so for about a minute, I can hear it swirling around. I don't know if you can hear that, but I am going to time it. And check, guys, please check this every few seconds to make sure that your project is not burning or curling up on it. Check it once it stops swirling, which it stopped so already. So we'll see. I'll check it in a couple seconds to see what it's doing. Okay, it is starting to curl. Okay, so I'm going to take it out, and I am going to flatten this out as soon as I can, as fast as I can, sorry. Okay. And this sucker is hot, so wear gloves if you need to. I don't know if you saw the flame, the fire, the smoke coming off of this, but you just want to get it flattened out. So have something that is heavy enough to be able to flatten out your charm. Okay, so this is what we have. Oh, also too, guys, I printed my images out in Cricut. My images are about 3.5 inches. Like a 3x5 inch image. So you want to make sure that it's big enough, because when it shrinks, it gets small, clearly. You know, you saw how big the other one was and how small it shrunk down to. And when I went to print these out on my printer, I have a HP printer. I use it on the draft setting, so that, because you don't want your images to be too dark, because as they shrink, they get darker. So you want your image to be as light as possible. So play around with your settings on your printer. And I just used like the photo matte paper, the size of the paper, and I just, like I said, I put it on draft to print it out so that I don't, you know, oversaturate the picture. And this is what I got. So let's go ahead and do another one. We'll let this one stay. I'll go ahead and put Will Smith in here. So this is Will Smith. You see how big he is? Okay, so let me add it into the air fryer. So we're just going to go ahead and flatten out our Will Smith. It's hot. And there you have it, guys. So this is our Will Smith. Okay. And this is our fresh. Okay. So now what I want to do is I just want to add some UV resin onto the top of this to go ahead and seal it in. So let me go ahead and do that. I am going to be using the one from Temu because I really do like this resin. So again, like I said, if you wanted to use these as charms, which for your bracelets, I don't want to use either one of these as charms for my bracelets. So I'm just going to add the resin. But if you wanted to, this is where you would take your piece and you wherever you want it to, and you would just, you know, like drill your hole. Okay. So let's add the resin. So start in the middle, you know, add enough on here, not too much. Use your stir or your silicone stick, and you just want to spread it out. Make sure that you spread it out to the edges. Okay, just get it all spread out. Pull from the middle. You know, add a little bit more if you need to. Take your time. Make sure you get all your edges. Okay. Like I said, if you need to add more, add more. I'm just trying to make sure that I get my edges sealed. I have noticed just in doing other crafts with resin is that it draws back. So make sure that you are getting full coverage on your image. Turn it around, you know, make sure that you can see all angles. All right, so that looks good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and get this in our UV light here. Just gonna slide it over. And I'm gonna let that sit for about 3 minutes. Okay, so I let this go for about 3 minutes under the UV lamp, and this is what we got. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this one as well. Get this one prepped for our light. You could do 2 at one time. You don't have to do 1 at a time for the UV light. You know, I'm trying to do a video, so I'm not thinking like I would be thinking if I wasn't doing a video. So just go ahead and get this smoothed across your image. Make sure you get it coated all on the edges. Pull from the middle and just, you know, swoop it out. Checking. Okay. So that looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and get it in our light. Slide it off. Put it in. And I'm going to let that go for, I'm going to do it 3 times. So my light is at a 60-second timer. So I'm going to do it 3 times. Okay, so while that is curing, like I said, the one we just did, I'm going to use this as a charm. So I want to go ahead and add a gibbet backing to it. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey, Mr. Will Smith. All right. So I also have one of these little mini lights too. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. I got these in a set of 3 a long time ago from, I think, Amazon. So I'm just going to add a little bit. You can also use super glue. You can use whatever type of glue you want to use. Okay. So I am going to place the small side of my gibbet onto my UV resin. Okay. You don't have to use this. I kind of just hit it briefly to kind of get it to start curing because this is a UV light. Just so that it'll stay in place. But you don't necessarily really need this. Okay, just slide it into your lamp as careful as possible. You know, and you can let that cure as well. Okay, let me see. Is there another one I want to put a gibbet on? Okay, so this one here, I'm going to make this as a charm. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to take my little hand drill here. I'm just going to find, you can put it off to the side if you wanted to dangle like this. If you wanted to dangle like this, obviously put your hole in the middle. Be mindful that you also need to add a jump ring or a loop, you know, one of those, you know what I'm talking about. One of these, okay, to it. So you want to make sure that your hole is close enough to the top so that you can get your ring through it. Okay. So, but not too close to the top where you're going to crack it. So I'm just drilling a hole. I'm starting my hole. I have to do it this way, guys, because this thing clearly, if you can see my finger, I sliced it. So just be careful. Don't be like me. Okay, find a nice place to put your hole, you know, especially if you're putting it through an image, through part of your image. So I'm just trying to drill a hole. Okay. It doesn't take a long time either. Okay. So it popped out through the back there, if you can see that. Okay. And there you have your hole. So obviously this hole was done after I added the resin, which is fine. I had no issues, no problems getting it through. Okay. So this, with this hand drill, this part here moves. Okay. So as it's up against your hand and you're using this to turn it, this is what actually is helping you to turn it. Okay. So it's not hard, but just be careful because this is very sharp. Very sharp. So just be careful with the blade. All right, I think our one charm is done. I'm going to leave the one with the gibbet in there in the back. So here it is. Here's the other one. See how glossy that is? So that's with adding your UV resin. Now, I'm pretty sure that you can add Mod Podge or Dimensional Magic, whatever. I'm sure you can use that too, but I just want to use the resin. That's what I have on hand, and that's what I'm going to use. So this, I'm just going to let this run again. Let me just take it out so you can see. So it's already starting to harden. You just want to make sure that you get it down as flat as possible. So I'm just going to leave it in there. And that's going to be it, guys. I'm going to do the rest of these off camera. Again, you can use these for your charms. Your Crocs. I don't have a pair right now. But just be careful because obviously these are not flexible. So they can break. So just be careful putting them in and out of your shoes. I think that they would be adorable. The white paper on a charm. You know, personalize the charm bangles for your friends, your family, your children. I'm probably going to do a couple for my daughters. You can add beads on here. You can add tassels. You can add whatever other additional things that you can think of. But I thought that this was really cute. Really cute as a nice little bangle bracelet. So guys, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. If there's anything that you see here today that can be improved on, please let me know. Because like I said, I'm always looking to perfect my craft. I'm always looking to learn new things. So if there's something that would be an easier technique, let me know. I know obviously using an oven or a convection oven is easier and quicker and faster possibly, but I just don't have that option. You know, like I said, I'm in the basement in a craft room and I don't have an oven down here. Can I go out and buy a convection oven? I could, but why? I'm just going to use what I have. I use my air fryer for my tumblers, my cups, anything that needs to heat applied to it, and if it'll work, I'm using it. You know, it's an old air fryer, why not? And obviously these work for me, so there you have it. So yes, guys, I think that is all I have for you today. Again, leave me any questions down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. And as always, guys, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you so much for watching. And until the next video, guys, be safe and be blessed. Bye.